Autoline Daily is brought to you by Dow Automotive Systems, improving durability and increasing design flexibility with Betamate structural adhesives at dowbetamate.com.
Here are today's top headlines. The UAW will sell Black Lake, Marchionne gets heckled at the World Congress, and BYD sets out to conquer the world. Up next, we'll be back with the news behind the headlines. This is Autoline Daily for Thursday, January 14, 2010, and now the news. The website, 2.6billion.com, reports that BYD says it'll offer an electric car in California this year, making it the first Chinese automaker to sell vehicles in the U.S. The company's battery-powered E6 supposedly offers a 205-mile range with a top speed of 87 miles an hour. We'll have to see if it can meet strict U.S. safety standards. And in related news, Gasgoo reports the company announced plans to become the largest automaker in China by 2015 and the world's largest by 2025. It has a long way to go to meet those ambitious goals. Last year, it only sold 450,000 cars. The UAW is going to sell its resort. The Detroit News reports that to cut costs, the union will sell its 1,000-acre resort known as Black Lake. It lost $23 million over the last 5 years, and the UAW had to borrow money to keep it going. The union uses it for training, golfing, and conferences, and it's even the site where the ashes of Walter Reuther, the famous labor leader, are kept. Automotive News magazine may have to hire additional security for its World Congress. Yesterday, two hecklers confronted Chrysler CEO Sergio Marchionne as he spoke at the conference. WWJ is reporting that one man shouted, "Shame on you," in Italian, presumably for Fiat's plan to close a plant in Sicily. Later, a woman jumped on stage saying her mother died because of a defective Chrysler product. In a speech, Marchionne also predicted only 6 automakers would survive worldwide, and he said Fiat Chrysler would be one of them. GM will stop Hummer production beginning next week. According to the AP, no more Hummers will be built until its sale to Sichuan Tengzhong Heavy Industrial Machinery Company is completed. GM says there's plenty of inventory to keep dealers stocked during the sale, and since Tengzhong is not an established manufacturing company, the deal still needs approval from the Chinese government, and GM's president in China says he's still optimistic that will happen. Russian automaker Gaz says it is seeking a foreign partner in order to survive the year. According to Bloomberg, CEO Bo Anderson says Gaz's technology is outdated and it needs a partner to boost production and sales. Last year, the company built 90,000 vehicles compared with 285,000 in 2007. The Pontiac G8 may be long gone in the U.S., but its spirit lives on in Australia. 4 months ago, GM started slapping the car's twin grille front fascia on Holden Commodores to create a special edition model. The company was only supposed to do this until the plant ran out of parts, but now Autoblock reports the body kit, a $1,000 option down under, is so popular it's being offered indefinitely. It's also reported that dealers are ordering Pontiac and G8 badges to help buyers complete the transformation. The bumper fits on the Commodore, the Ute, and the Sport Wagon models. Coming up next, I respond to you. We'll be back right after this. It's now time for You Said It. Here's my chance to answer some of your letters. Nick Stevens saw our report on the Cadillac XTS concept car and wrote in to say, "Do you really believe what you're saying? That this midsize Caddy with the V6 and the rather pitifully short wheelbase of 111 inches is a flagship? Give me a break." Sorry, Nick. But, you are right. A proper flagship should have a wheelbase over 120 inches long. But after looking at all those A and B class cars down at the Detroit Auto Show, the XTS looked pretty big. Kit Gerhardt heard everyone gushing about Ford and says, "I think this Ford love fest is going a little overboard. What do they have that's so great? The Fusion is a good car, but so are Camry, Accord, Malibu, and more. Taurus Sable are roomy, but nothing special. The Lincoln cars are just much more expensive versions of Fusion and Taurus." I could go on. And Kit, I agree with you. The Ford mania is going a little bit overboard. Don't get me wrong, I'm very impressed with Ford's progress, but it's not quite there yet, especially with Lincoln. Until Lincoln gets its own proper standalone platforms, it will never catch Mercedes, BMW, or Audi. And Ziggy Zedley poured in from down under to say, "Hi John, here in Australia it's been reported that our local design and made Ford Falcon might be axed, and a global large rear drive platform is to be made elsewhere. Can you find out any more to this?" Well, Ziggy Zedley, I haven't heard anything about that yet, but I'll have my eyes and ears open, and you'll be the first to know when I learn anything about it. And D-Car sent this in. "I have a question. Does Jim Hall ever breathe in when he's talking?" No, D-Cars. Jim doesn't breathe at all. You see, he's not really from planet Earth, and he gets all of his nourishment from gamma rays directed from deep space. Scientists think those rays are coming from a galaxy known as Centaurus A. Hey, don't forget to join us for Autoline After Hours tonight when our guest will be Don Runkle, longtime car enthusiast, former executive at GM in Delphi, and now leading an effort to come out with a radically new type of engine. That's tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for the most honest insight and commentary in the business. And that's it for today's top news in the global automotive industry. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tonight and tomorrow.